coach, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, he'll burn you.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. He'll check this one down to Hampton. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Great effort by Alex Singleton as he finishes that play off.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Chargers first down. 2 yards on the
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games,
Quentin Johnston from 21 yards away. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That's complete to Troutman right side. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Nix to the air. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
They'll go play action with Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 36. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On third down, they're going to go with the option. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the
Another
24-yard
completion
line.
right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. No gain on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, Herbert on third down. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
He'll get that complete to Franklin. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
33-yard line.
He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Nick's going to give to Harvey. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Davis now to return it. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now this one finds McConkey, and he goes out right around the 39. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Zone read, a give to Hampton. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Yards on the play. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Herbert now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omari and Hampton taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Chargers 14.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Deion Henley there on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw, here's Nix. That is caught. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Harvey. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try it with the day. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. Oh, able to avoid him. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Here's Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
That's another Chargers first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Hampton. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Herbert. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Oronde Gadsden, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Chargers 21.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. 2nd down and 8. This quick pass complete to Sutton. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Nick's going to give this to Bidet. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
4 more yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Looking to throw. Nix. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Chargers 11-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
A 6-yard gain.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix setting up a screen for Harvey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try it now with Harvey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. R.J. Harvey taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a two-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Lutz with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
That's another Chargers first down. A gain of 15. And the Chargers first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
That one complete to McConkey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, Herbert will set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Tried to punch it in with the extra beef of the fullback on third and goal, but it didn't work.
And you think to yourself, more size, more physicality, you're going to wedge and create a hole. Sometimes that extra size actually takes up that space, and you get nowhere. Let's see what they come up with next.
On third and goal, they're going to run the option. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Broncos 21.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. On the slant, completes to Sutton. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Working out of the gun is Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hanson here on the 5th Floor Studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Dances by him. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and a yard. Now it's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mims in motion right. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Again, it's Harvey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll give the Broncos a first down.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's another Broncos first down.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Nix to the air. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On the handoff, Harvey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw is Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's a head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An even 100 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Second down and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Herbert. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Hampton. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omari and Hampton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, fair to say they've got something here, this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
On first down, a run with the go. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the give, it's Harvey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on
Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
At the Chargers' 49-yard line.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnston. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Nix from the shotgun. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
To throw, here's Nix. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off?
He's
got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At the 34. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Still 1st down.
Herbert now. And this one finds McConkey.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
1st down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Chargers.
On the handoff, it's Hampton.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
He completes this to Sutton. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
To number 14, Cortland Sutton. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to the air with Nix. He's got the 1st down and more. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now a toss coming right side. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Again, it's Hampton. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
No gain. Quarterback sneak. No gain. Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been 1 step ahead of this defense all game long. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And that, nearly picked off. But would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Straight ahead they go with the day. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. At about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Herbert. Pass hard in by Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So just 3 yards on the